So, hello, my name is Rimbus. I'm here with Tayson, who is the coolest person, and he is going to be teaching us everything that he knows about some combination of Ultron and Gamora, and we will go from there. Is there anything that you would like to tell anybody? Because the cool thing about these videos is that the entire British mvci scene, which is like a week old, is watching all of them. So if you would like to tell anything to them about yourself, then you can do that.
Well, just hi. I'm just been like a passionate about. Hi, my name is Tyson. Nice to see everybody. Thank you for tuning in to this great game that
Yeah.
is oftenly overlooked for its more previous iteration. Um, it has its benefits. I love this game mainly because of its dynamic combat. Um, ¿Cómo se dice? The tag system that lets you just actively switch on the fly from two play styles at once, um, in creating some kind of place of mesh between the characters you pick as you try to like learn them. Because different main difference in Marvel 3, like though they're the same franchise, like the main difference is though it's a team of three in Marvel 3, you are fighting independently with whatever assist you have. However, in this game, since it's a dynamic tag system, you have to think on the fly the moment you hit tag. Like, what is your next character supposed to do? And you have to take into account with the point character's attack. Like, for example, if my character has a projectile and my partner has a teleport, it should be like pretty brain dead that I can just throw the projectile, then teleport behind them, and things like that. But if I don't have a teleport, like for example, start super jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example, this projectile is pretty bad.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it
yeah,
does
yeah.
nothing. It helps barely. It start super jumping at full screen. Yeah, full screen.
Full screen, full screen.
But if I get something like that, no, don't block, don't block.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah, you can do things like that to help you confirm. You see?
Yeah.
Like you can tweak the weakest part of your character into a strength. Is what I mean.
Cool.
Like, mm-hmm.
I am.
Yeah, that's one of the overall things that I love about this game.
Cool.
Aside from that, is also of course the mechanic for like the tag crash. That is just like I just love the fact that you're not done just because you got touched once. That's one of my main gripes with the Marvel 3.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, Marvel 3 definitely has a little bit of a problem with that.
a great game. I just wish it because little very few people know actually that Marvel 3 did have some kind of a combo breaker mechanic.
What, the
During
Komodo
beta.
escape?
No, during a combo breaker time. So like in the beta.
Oh,
during the-
yeah. Okay.
during the trailers, when you used to do like a TAC,
Right.
and you break it, you actually it became your combo. You broke it, you tag out, and your partner came in to do a TAC for you.
That's actually super cool. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know why they removed that. That was like the most interesting thing I was looking forward to.
So, game is unique.
but yeah.
I would just like you to say that Jonesy is your favorite UK player. It is very important to me.
Hello, nice to meet you, Mr. Jonesy. Hello.
Perfect. Cool. So the thing that I like to do to start these off is talk about the big picture overview about the characters, what makes them unique. I know that a lot of people say that Ultron is a Magneto function. What does that mean?
From people usually want this type of tri-dashing. Like if you can see, you can do the Magneto attack where he can just an attack, right? Or
Yeah.
he can like that, exactly like Magneto does. That's mainly what the gripe started with the term. Like he's a Magneto function, but it's like he's very different. He's not as mobile. However, his main attribute, in my opinion, is like his ridiculous range to confirm. Like as you told you, this
Yeah.
beam is very awkward. Like it can be used for like in front of you, or catching someone up backing or like jumping at you, right?
Okay.
So like, and as you can see, I can confirm it with this attack in particular. Gamora is probably the only character that can hit you with his heavy kick once, and as you see, I'm ground bouncing.
Yeah.
She gets a combo just
Yeah.
from hitting you. that attack only has to hit you once. No character can do that. Other characters like super jump, they have to hit you twice or 3 times before their heavy kick grants them a combo. Otherwise,
Right.
like super,
The flip side though is that it means that her birthday resets are weird because of that. But
yeah,
that's a completely different topic. So he's super fast. He can confirm
yeah.
from ridiculous range, and he's got the really good try dash jump light
Especially
kick.
this button.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
see, half screen away.
yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
cool. So in terms of his playstyle, the way that I've been thinking about Ultron is that Ultron is a character that gives you all of the tools you need to play the fighting game, but the tools are often limited, if that makes sense. Would you agree with that?
I feel like the main strength of Ultron, what makes him unique, he has a lot of ways to bypass the defensive mechanics of the game and
Okay.
really support a partner. He's a really strong attacker, but most support partners they struggle with pressuring. Like if the opponents start push blocking, like yeah, like most of my things don't hit. However, he has things like calling. Oh, by the way, I call this guy Leroy,
Okay.
the punching drone,
Okay.
and Nick Jenkins, the laser drone.
I see.
So, yeah. So if he calls Leroy and you push block, nothing happens to me, right?
Yeah.
So I can do things like that. You see?
Right.
I
Well, he
also,
also has
I
yeah,
also have
yeah.
can push block it,
Yeah.
and I can do like frame traps
Right.
like that and stay in place. I also have like the Thunderdome,
Right.
and you see, like I literally stay in place, putting pressure on you. Like I threw one Thunderdome, then this,
Yeah.
and if I'm cheeky enough, I throw another Thunderdome, and then I throw the big Thunderdome. Like, and he hasn't moved from being in front of you.
Right. And this move also it's because it's multiple hits and you can cancel it on any hit. It's normally with a multi-hitting move you can do some sort of push block guard cancel stuff, but because you can cancel this on any hit, then it's way more difficult for the defender to deal with.
Exactly. You can even stagger it since
Yeah.
you see there's a little startup. Like
Yeah.
you can do, like let's say they block this and they push block it, and then you do that, and they go for another push block. See?
Yeah. And you're just in there. He also, I guess, the fact that he's super fast means that he's got both fly and unfly, and he's got just ridiculous
Probably
normals.
has, probably has one of the most broken. Because I thought this was universal up until I started talking to other people with fly modes. But he can just this is kind of unique to him, where he can just fly and unfly on the fly. Like
Yeah,
really
most fly characters can do that. Captain Marvel can't do it, Jetta can't do it, and Thor's startup is really slow. But everybody
Yeah.
else has super fast unfly.
Yeah,
So
like
it's,
for example, that's why like for example, like his best confirms are usually from a sweep, because he is really long. It has somewhat of a little bit of a. Oh, I forgot something to mention about
Sure.
this game. If I try to melee you with a low, you can actually hold up back,
Right.
and you will jump it. But the sweep can sometimes catch someone up backing.
I see.
Yeah,
Like
so,
if
like-
you do, does it work off of a block? Yeah. Here. Okay, not there.
Not there, but when.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, so
But
some,
like if you do it, like that's why if you sweep, I love doing that.
right.
Because like if they block it and push block it,
Uh huh.
like if
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah,
You're-
and you're just
and a
you're
lot
just
of
safe.
people, like for example, you're in the how do you say, the Spencer matchup?
Uh huh.
You block it and they push block in an armor and como se dice,
Right. Yeah. The
Bionic
fact
arm.
that you're just doing this and you're
Block,
just
yeah,
safe,
block.
they're doing stupid Spencer stuff, and you can potentially
Yeah.
punish.
yeah, exactly. So like his ability to just fly on fly is really good.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you mentioned this, but he is one of the few characters that can set garbage up for himself. You were mentioning that the other person can't push block this, the other person can't push block. But one of the things that I think is super neat about this game is that you can make space for yourself off of tag. So I could do like that. And then Ultron can make even more space and give Gamora time to get off the screen with his super
Yeah,
long,
exactly.
super plus moves.
Like like the most broken things that my friends and other players say about this team is that I can do my combos as long as I want, and this team in particular always gives itself
Advantage, yeah.
time to switch out.
Oh, yeah. That's a much better way of saying it. Yeah. Cool. Is there anything else that you think makes him unique that we haven't talked about?
For Ultron, let's see. Oh yeah. this is a special tech between these 2,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm pretty sure Ultron can do it with someone that can, like don't block. Uh, ¿Cómo se dice? He has, maybe I haven't seen other people with air supers. Oh fuck! I'm sorry for cursing.
PC,
I
PC.
messed it up. Hold on.
Just whenever you drop something, just say PC.
Easy. Okay.
It's
So
the
let's say
OS.
I put a bunch of hits done.
Uh huh.
Oh my god! I keep messing it up. When I'm
What are you trying to show?
it's a special tech that he has. When there's a lot of hits done, he can do this. I think I got it from here. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna do the yeah.
So like he can throw his. I added the kick
Right.
and out before my beam, and because of the multi-hitting strikes, he's the kick. ¿Cómo se dice?
Well, let me see if I can explain this. This game has a really weird property where
Property,
during
that's what I was.
can you give me Power Stone?
Yeah. Power Stone. Power Stone. Power
This
Stone.
this game has a super fun property that until hit stun ends in a certain way, any bounces will carry over. So if I do this, you'll actually wild bounce at the end of the super.
Yes.
like that.
There you go.
Yeah, and Ultron's super is one of the few that has enough hit stun through the entire time that you can take advantage of that property. So what Tayson was explaining there was he was able to do the ground bounce on the jump heavy kick, and then the super carried that property out to the end, which gives you a much better knockdown. Normally, if you do Ultron super at 8.5k hit stun or whatever, they'll fall out in a really bad way, and you're actually minus on hit. Whereas if you do that, what he's trying to show, if you do that correctly, they'll get the ground bounce, and you'll get either a hard knockdown or even a ground bounce, which gives you a very advantageous situation, which enables you to do long combos that don't kill in situations where you might not have been able to
Oh, it's
otherwise.
not working there. I don't know
It's
why, but
just say PC. PC timing. Cool.
PC.
So and let me tab out and make the blue thing on the section we're talking about. Can you describe Ultron's playstyle in a couple of words?
Mobile guard breaks.
Mobile guard breaks. So
How I-
let me see if I can reword that. You use your movement to sort of get around the opponent's options and to find an opening, and then once you have an opening, you punish your opponent's defensive options and you kill them.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. Cool. So I guess his mobility.
On the game's defensive options. Yes.
Yeah. No, he's got relatively good ground mobility. He's got one of the fastest air dashes in the game. He's stupidly mobile in the air. And as we've been sort of demonstrating, you've got these beams, which are full screen and can tickle people. You've got the drones, which mean that you can create openings and you can follow up on stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So the game plan, I guess, extrapolating from that, is that you wanna actually play legitimate neutral, which sucks. But then once you're in, you want to stay in. You want to use your speed for mix-up. Is that correct or?
Yes. Like if I'm already in,
Uh-huh.
usually better players than me are able to take advantage of the speed of
Yeah.
Ultron to create the mix-ups. I usually abuse like his most broken options, like that.
I mean, I
as you
didn't
can,
block.
like you it's very hard to block because if you stand up and you hold on, if you stand up and you block this Jenkins beam
Uh-huh.
while as I'm side switching, you won't be able to crouch.
Oh.
Yeah. And then more often than not, if I pulled it off,
Yeah.
I'm able to hit you.
Yeah. No, that seems super good. And then he's also got well, you've got the just super fast try dashes, which I'm not the best at doing, but that can come out super early, and then you can just go empty low or whatever you
And
want.
I usually since I'm side switching,
Yeah.
go for that. But if I'm doing on the same side, I go for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Is there anything else about game plan? I guess we mentioned that he can set up plus frames for himself. He can set up safe tags for his partner.
Yeah.
Is there anything else about his? Go ahead.
Like for example, one of my favorite setups is once you PC.
PC. Yeah. You can restart.
I don't know how.
Oh, just start and then you restart, like with the menu, training mode.
No. Like one of my favorite setups that I think every Ultron should abuse is once you waste the wall bounce, you can throw through drones and dash back.
Ah.
And that.
Yeah. So.
and like the first drone covers the wake up, like the neutral wake up. The
Uh-huh.
second drone covers the roll wake up, and you're just forced to stay there, right?
Well, I
And
was actually going to ask about that because I think that I would. I mean, so
yeah, if you roll backwards, I just if I see you rolling backwards, I'm already dashing back. And if I
right.
see you rolling backwards, you're gonna deal with an unblockable.
Well, isn't so the other corner setups that I guess are competing for that? It would be something like this. And here I'm going to say PC in a second. Which, if I do that and you roll forward, the drone actually crosses you up.
Does it? A ver?
Yeah, I swear. If I do it right, you're actually probably better at this already than me.
Oh, I forgot to roll forward.
Yeah. No. It which I have 0x PC.
You actually don't need to dash.
I know, but I'm being bad.
There you go.
I'm being here.
let
I
me
guarantee you
try.
that you can do this. You just dash down after the second one and you just do drone. PC. Oh, never mind. You're a god. So if I roll forward,
Aw.
yeah, you have to dash down after it. But yeah, you were being maximally lazy with it. Nice.
Oh, the PC. Oh, that's why we say PC.
Yeah,
Oh,
the timing is very slightly different.
okay.
It's amazing.
Okay.
I appreciate how I'm just pushing my own executional insecurities on you. Yeah, see.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
And then if you do it right in their roll, it'll usually catch up back.
Okay, so I can do. Okay, I have an idea with that actually. Like, let's see
Okay.
if it works. Hold on.
You want me to roll forward up back?
Yeah, roll forward, please.
Okay, I'll roll forward and hold up.
No, I don't have
that is the other forward. Nice. No. I mean, yeah, I was just trying to do the simple setup into it.
Let me see if
Okay.
this works.
Okay, I'm rolling forward.
Okay.
Yeah, I was holding up. So
Okay. Cool.
no, I mean I think that's one of the better setups. The other one, I guess, which can compete for that is you can just do that and pretend you're Nova.
Oh, I like this. I like this one.
Okay.
Hold on. I need a lot of hits for this.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because you're setting up the drone into tag.
Yeah. And
Okay.
if they block it, what I do is like, I do jab,
Uh-huh.
which is a push block trap. Then
Right.
Leroy tries to hit you,
Uh-huh.
and then I confirm it.
That makes sense. So the idea is that if they fuck up the push block at any point, the jab hits them, and if they don't fuck up the push block,
if they push block me
Leroy.
correctly, Leroy, you would just keep them in
Yeah.
the air,
Cool.
and I just go back in.
cool. Okay, so that was on my list of things that I wanted to ask you is why you do that setup instead of other things. And the answer is because it works, and why the fuck not?
Exactly, and like I said, since it's a drone, nothing will get push blocked.
Yeah, and that's super good. Okay, without jumping around too much, let's just keep running down the outline. What does Ultron want from a partner?
What does Ultron want for Barney? Someone that can abuse the tools that he has to bypass defense. Like for example,
Right.
this is really big and it hits like 30 times.
Yeah.
Even lets him do the mix-ups himself, right?
Yeah,
Like that
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
plus,
No,
right?
it's super plus.
Uh,
Well,
but
the if they
like,
don't
if
push
you-
block, you can.
Yeah,
Here.
it don't matter if they push block or not. Like, como se dice? I'm just the size of the Thunderdome there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like, if PC. If I do it right,
Yeah.
if I do it just right, I can do this jump inside the Thunderdome without being noticed,
Right.
or dash and do a low.
Well,
And
the
it's
other-
just like way too scary. Like you literally have to guess. There's no reaction there because you literally cannot see Gamora there.
Right. And also, ball. If you're blocking the corner, ball will push you out. So you can side switch there, and if the other person isn't looking for it, it's super annoying. Picasso does that a lot. Of course, I'm the best at blocking. And then the other thing is that, as you mentioned, he's so fucking plus off it that he can do whatever he wants. Like this, if you don't push block, this is a block stun infinite. If you do push block, it's punishable. But if the other person, for whatever reason, isn't doing any push block guard canceling at
And on
all,
top of that, it's like really hard to push block because like yes, it's 30 hits, but do you have the timing for those 30 hits?
yeah, cool. So I guess extrapolating on that, one of the things that I really like about the team that I play, which is Dante, is that if you can make them block just a long thing, you can set this up and then cover Gamora's tag exit, Ultron still plus, and you still get mix afterwards. Which means that he seems like he benefits from partners like Dorm or Dante or Gamora, who have just really long, or, I mean, arguably Chris, who have really long things that they can leave on the screen to let him set garbage up.
Exacto.
Cool.
And on top, like he also benefits from partners, yeah, as you said, that have attacks. Oh, PC.
Yep.
That let him have enough time for him to even try a mix up, and if he and that's how I like it. If he's unsuccessful with the mix up,
Yeah,
like
you can
do a
do more stuff.
Thunderdome himself,
Yeah.
and then set back up,
Yep.
and then you do a flow between your both characters.
Cool.
With very little risk because one thing I love about Thunderdome is like it stays there regardless if Ultron gets hit, right? So
Oh.
like if I throw a Thunderdome and you do, there you go, I block it and I confirm it.
Cool. Yeah, that is a thing that I guess I had realized but never thought about.
Like it's very a lot of the matches against stealth, like I'm like trying to bait out the super and trying to put Zero in enough block stun with Gamora for
PC.
Ultron to be able to throw the Thunderdome safely,
Right, that makes sense.
or the other way around.
Well, he can
like, I
also,
can
and this is like a box thing, he can solo combo into Thunderdome if you're good, which I'm not. But the fact that you can do that,
yeah, that's the combo you posted, right?
yeah.
That's the one that from the video that como se dice, that I posted too.
Yeah. No, you're. Yeah.
You know, what I did is like try to fix the
Well, so
the
what I
issue
realized
where
after I posted that was that particular setup is super character specific, and like you're probably better at it on random characters than me. I have a hard time giving.
I wanted to bring that up to you. It's not as character specific as you might think. It's like
I
at the
can't
risk
get it
of
to work at
sounding
all on
dumb.
Dante.
On Dante, yeah, that's what I was about to mention.
Okay.
So let me see if it works normally on Gamora, because I know Gamora is heavy.
Ooh.
Yeah, so she has the same hurt box as Dante.
I
Right?
believe you, but I
So,
don't
like,
believe
it
you.
misses, right? It misses, right?
Okay.
But if you delay the launcher for just a little bit, hold on.
So you're saying I'm slow?
See, you can still do it on them.
Yeah. Okay.
The PC time is different, pero
Yeah. I get you. So basically, you're saying that it probably works if I delay and I'm just bad.
yeah, and no,
Perfect.
I'm not saying that you're bad.
Perfect.
Like, you can make it consistent across the board if you delay the launcher.
Okay. I mean, the thing that I think I'm going to do if I use that combo, which I might not, is you just dash down instead of whiffing jump roundhouse, and then it's super consistent. But that's kind of hard. I mean, also, like, honestly, I'm just going to do that because it's easier for me.
Yeah, that type of combos, like, it just breaks. I'm not how do you say compatible with.
Yeah,
to
it's
say
just it's a time and training mid thing. It's literally just a time and training mid thing.
And I just like my things very streamlined. So like that's why I said, like, if I can delay this launcher, then it's consistent across the board, and I don't have to think about, oh, is this character, should I do the combo this way, should I come? No, my head is entirely focused on the strategy, on what's going on, my resources. I don't have to think of the combo. The less things you have to think about, the better.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I agree with that. Okay, back to the outline. We mentioned that he provides for his partner. He provides a lot of setup because you can Thunderdome tag, you can drones tag, and I guess we sort of obliquely mentioned that he's got okay space control. Like, this beam is terrible, but it still is a full screen beam that if the other person is doing stuff, you can get confirms or pressure off of, right? And your team is actually really good at doing that. Is there anything else that you think that, and he provides a mix, is there anything else that you think that he provides for his partner?
He can give a lot of option of like if your example, if you this is one of the best parts since his combos are very long.
Yeah.
Like for example, the one that you and I worked on. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you see how long it takes for him to do everything, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of time for your partner to heal.
That's
Like
a really good
he
point.
can stall his combos, do the same amount of damage, and build the same amount of meter. And it's your decision whether I want the combo to be really quick to get my play as quick as possible, or do I want to like take it slow because my partner's healing.
Right. That makes sense. Also, the other point is that he's super flexible in terms of setting up your opponent. Like, one of the things that my team can do is you can just do this, and then Dante can full charge
Yeah,
the
exactly.
thingies.
Like,
The thingies.
it's the fact the lock on.
Yeah.
It's the fact that he can stall his combos with this
Uh,
so long that you have it gives anyone who partners up with him time to do anything.
right. Also, you can make the argument that the way meter works in this game, if you do two short combos, you build both players way less bar than if you do one long combo. And Ultron can play both sides of that very well. Hello, Mr. Octopus.
Sorry?
I'm paranoid about the volume. The volume is okay, Mr. Octopus, right?
No, it's just como se dice, I couldn't understood what you just said.
Oh, I said hello, Mr. Octopus.
Oh no, I said that. Never mind.
Oh, with the short combos?
Yes, that
Yeah.
you were mentioning something. I just couldn't make out what you said.
That's fine. So, meter gain is fixed when you hit a guy, right? If you hit a guy with a fierce, you build the same bar whether it's in the very end of a combo or the very beginning of a combo.
Yes.
So if you do like two combos that do 4,500 damage, you build the same bar for you and your opponent as if you do one combo that does 5,500 damage.
You can choose how much meter you want to give your opponent to.
Exactly. That is exactly what I was trying to say. You said it so much better than me.
Yes, because this builds a lot of meter for you and your partner. Yeah, that's another thing of like he's a great support because Ultron's ability to build meter is ridiculous if you start adding these into your combos.
Right, and you can easily
It
get
also builds a lot of meter to your enemy, but if your objective is like, oh, I just counterattack, so and I just got the hit, I must build meter. Yes, it will build meter for him, but I need it more right now. Plus, if my Oki is really good,
yeah.
yeah, if
Yeah.
my Oki is really good, yeah, I can just kill with the meter I just built that is both offensively and defensively.
Exactly. And sometimes they only have one character, so you don't really care if they have bar. Sometimes they're bad at spending bars, so you don't really care. Cool. Okay, does he provide anything else for his partner?
Yes, on scale damage. Both of my characters are actually like one of the things that people say that my team is broken cause his supers do almost on scale damage. Like this,
I'm going to
if they're
request a
point
citation.
blank, like if they're point blank, that super beam does, like you see, it does that much damage. If I'm point blank for some reason, like there's almost a lot more damage into it,
Yeah.
and it's kind of on scale.
So I actually need to ask
like-
Stealth about this because I figure he's the best person to ask. The final hit of Gamora's super does in fact kick up to a different scaling threshold than you think it should. It goes to, I think, 30% scaling when it should be 15, but it's only the final part. I don't know if Ultron supers do that.
Not haven't like I don't like test it officially,
Okay.
but it's just how I see that I'm able to get the kills.
No,
And
I understand your
everyone
point.
should get the kills, but then I see them trying the same thing as me and they don't. So I'm like,
Your
oh, then,
team,
then must be Len.
your team has, I think, the highest 2-bar damage of any team in the game.
Yes.
It is ridiculous. Your team can get, I think you get 8150 for 2 bars with reality, which
Yeah,
is
and on
stupid.
top of that, there's like let's say like if you're like almost at a bar, right?
Yeah.
Like almost at 2 bars, and I need 3 supers.
Then you can do 3 supers,
like-
yeah.
Yeah. And I do that.
Oh,
Oh, PC.
PC. No, you're saying that because Gamora super is so long, you can
Yeah.
tag
So like I
during
just
it.
do like this,
Yeah.
and that wall bounce gives extra time.
Yep. And
And
you
then
can't
I'm
see it, but
able to
I am
do
holding down
bars.
counterattack right now.
Yeah, and I'm doing 3 bars, and that's like so much damage for like.
Actually, can you turn on our inputs?
Oh yeah. Hold on. Show inputs.
But no, I have 4 bars. I was holding down countertag the entire time. That entire sequence was inescapable. That's really cool.
Do you have inputs? Let me see.
Yeah. It's oh no, I don't. It's
Interesting.
you turn on
Okay.
damage.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, but it only shows mine though.
Yeah, but the point is that now they can see mine too. So
They can?
on my screen it shows my inputs. On your screen it shows your inputs. Magic.
I don't see your inputs on your screen on
Correct.
the stream.
I
But sure, I'll believe you.
no, it's there. It's there. My stream probably took a second to update. You can.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Anyway, so he provides a bunch of stuff. Are there any particular synergies that we didn't go over? I mentioned that both of us think that he's best with a partner that can make space for him to set up and mix off of a tag. Is there anything else?
I think we've covered a lot of his provide. Like we mentioned that he can also work as a support battery like creating energy.
Yeah.
He can also work as a healer because his combos are so long.
Yeah. No, that's dope.
Takes forever for the enemy to like heal. Oh, because of that same como se dice logic, he can also stall storms. Like if he gets the hit, he can just stall out your storm by doing really weird, long, very long combos.
Right. And then the other person just runs out of box or whatever. Cool. So speaking of storms, I like to try to get people to talk a little bit about the unique interactions between stones and characters, right? So not just Mind Stone is terrible, but does he get anything off of stones that other characters don't?
With Space Stone in particular, like most projectile characters, like you make Leroy more dangerous because I don't have to space him anymore. I can bring you into him.
Right.
And you have to constantly like be ready whether I will call Leroy and just try to track you while you're like trying to escape from me or throw a projectile yourself.
Right.
You see?
Yeah, no. So you can pull people with that. Anything else that's worth noting? I guess he's got yeah.
Como se dice with Power Stone, it just makes his the fact that they nerf his cross up more consistently, but everybody gets that, like
yeah, that makes sense.
he can just Power Stone from you to their side and stuff like that.
That was dirty. That was not intentional. Cool. And then I guess the other thing is I like to talk a little bit about where characters like to spend meter. You mentioned that his level 1 is super potent at the end of combos. He can confirm into level 3 solo pretty easily if you're good about converting resources, because like, I mean, this is just brain dead and you can just do it no matter what.
Yeah.
But
long as you haven't wasted your ground bounce,
yeah,
his conversion into level 3 can be much higher.
Yeah. And then you can also do.
It's really like his level 3 is particularly slow, so he cannot easily combo it from, like, let's say from an extended combo, and I do like something like that. I think with
that gets really hard with that Power Stone.
Yeah.
So the other one is that if you're doing super optimal stuff, that into level 3 works, but
into level 3, yes.
Which I'm just gonna say PC, despite the fact that I play on PC. I only do combos on Twitter. I don't have to be good at the game.
That's really funny.
Cool. So when is going for this worth it instead of going for a different option?
I feel like that is if you like have them so like that, like if they know, like I've done it against players who already expect that I do the empty low, right?
Yeah.
So they just block low, and I just catch them.
Yeah. So
and then with Space Stone, you can do into a
right. No, that's
skill damage.
That's what I was gonna say. This is, for whatever reason, it crumples, so it leaves the opponent standing, which means you can do all sorts of cool stuff. Because the opponent's standing, you can do super dirty resets off of that state. So even though it doesn't do a lot of damage, the Oki of landing that super is often better than other hits.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, you can do all sorts of stuff you want. Okay, so let's talk very, very briefly, because I do want to get 2 characters done, about stuff in his neutral plan. You mentioned that this button is just stupid, according to everybody.
Yes.
So what
You have no
range?
idea. It has one of those like you see the slash visually, like the red thing,
Yeah.
and that should be his only hitbox. But I've gotten hits in the most bizarre ways where it would literally hit you. You see my head
Yeah.
where it says Soul Celeste? Yeah, I've gotten hits sometimes weird from on those angles. And I
Yeah.
have no like I can't replicate it, but in battle when it happens, it's the most one of the most
Well,
hilarious things
probably
when
what's
it's
happening is people are extending their hurt box.
like extending their hurt box or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like it's really hilarious when I just press this button and I get a hit from anywhere in the screen.
Yeah.
And then like people just say like, oh, wish Ghost Rider wish he could have that range or something like that.
Ghost Rider. Yeah. So where does he like to be on the screen?
Usually he wants to be throwing the drones
Uh huh.
or
And then-
completely point blank.
So let me see if I can
He wants to keep
go
them
ahead.
at bay to like be just outside of range of this, so they can whiff, and he hits.
That makes sense. So you're saying that he's got a couple of ranges. He's got a range where he's setting up garbage so that he can go in. He's got a
you
range
can
where he's
play
pressuring you.
really easily with this.
Yeah. Okay. And then he's got a range where you're fishing for whiff punishes so that you can go in and then do stuff off of your character. You can see my amazing
Yeah,
lore there.
mobility, like his ability to whiff punish is really great, and granted his mobility too.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. So full screen. You've got the drones. You've got the beam. And then you've got the ability to, I guess, set up fly if you want to potentially go in off that. Is there anything else that you think is a good thing to have in your toolkit as an Ultron when you're playing at full screen?
With this, with like again with the Space Stone combined, this
Ah.
becomes it not just half screen but 3/4 of the screen.
Right, because you're sucking them in.
Yeah, if you're full screen, you think you're safe from this because it only hits mid. But if hold on, go full screen again.
Sure.
Hold on, from here, yeah,
Right.
yeah, and it touches you.
And then you're just
and it
in.
Becomes, yeah, and 80% of the screen is not yours because of that.
Right.
And you can do things like, for example, Mega Man projectiles, or Nova, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tank it.
Right.
Oh, I want to tank it.
Yeah. And then the drone hits, right? Cool.
Things like that.
That's super
And I
dope.
just told you. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Okay, so a little bit closer. We mentioned this button being super good. He's got box dash. You can just use air mobility stuff. You still have the other options. When do you use this or this in raw neutral?
In raw neutral, you want to use Baby Dome when you want to cheekily reset your turn. That's my favorite
Got
thing.
it.
To cheekily reset my turn. Like you see, as you told me,
Yeah.
like you can cancel this from the first hit or the full hits.
Yeah. And then that gets really
Even-
difficult
yeah,
to.
they are expecting this to hit entirely, so I just throw the Baby Dome on the first hit.
Right. Cool. And then I guess the other sort of mid-rangey option. When do you throw out this?
Dude, it's a great. It's not as great as anti-air as people think,
Right.
but it is good. It is awesome when you're like dashing underneath them and you try to DP them,
Right.
because it gives you a perfect confirm. If we trade, it's an awful trade for you
Right.
because it has the properties of doing soft knockdown. So like I can do, let's say we traded in the air, like try to kick me with this, like see if
I'm
that beats.
okay.
If that beats it, okay? Just fly, and
Just
I'll
fly.
try. Oh, correct.
We're never gonna get the trade, but yeah, no.
We're never- But the thing is, like, if it trades and I'm in the air, and you would think I won't be able to confirm,
You
I
can.
just
Yeah, you
I
absolutely
just
can.
smash tag and
Right. It's like Power Stone,
usually
right?
with this, yeah, and usually with this, that her launch is pretty long. I'm able to like, you see,
Yeah, just get in there. Cool.
just get in. So like one of the best benefits it is like you have 2 out of the 3 scenarios of like did it hit or did we trade it, and they both benefit you. And of course, like the third scenario, I just get hit and lose, but that we don't talk about that.
Yeah. Cool. Does he have anything else that you think is worth talking about at sort of a mid-range? Any options?
Particular notes when thinking about engaging your enemy and block strings, it's
Yeah.
like you have to think that they'll always be push blocking.
Right.
So like start push blocking. You see that
Yeah.
doesn't combo. that doesn't combo if I hit it you anyway. Like right, that
Right.
doesn't combo. So like
Right.
the true block string of him, always to keep in mind to like, is light punch into heavy punch.
Light punch, heavy punch.
Yeah, if you do that, you'll always be ready for a push block or a confirm.
Yeah, backwards momentum makes that really screwy though, right? Because if you go in,
Or you can even do setup because this is really delayed. Like
Right.
it's like almost like a frame drop. So you can do things for your partner when they push block. Like
right, and just get in there.
You
Yeah. No, Winster does that a lot. I need to do that a little bit more. Cool. And then close range options. His jabs are actually pretty good, right?
yes. One of the characters that can machine gun jab.
Yeah. Also, I think he's got the slowest of the fastest jabs in the game.
I don't know about that. I thought there's like a speed across the board, and then there's only like jabs that are slower or faster. But he has average speed. Like there's only
Okay.
three speeds in my opinion.
The frame data sheet that I trust, which may be wrong, says that his jab is faster than all of the medium jabs, but slower than all of the fast jabs because reasons.
Yes. Because there's only like two people that have like the fastest jabs in the game.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's Moon and Spider-Man.
Nerf Spider-Man. That's what I'm getting from this. Cool. And then do you?
The punch like that. I can't put it like that. You're punching and I cannot see you retracting your arm.
Yeah, that's rollback. That's that has nothing to do with.
You can't see me. You
No,
can't
no,
see
no.
me retracting my arm.
I can't see that either. Yeah, you can look in the stream if you wanted
That's funny.
to. It looks the exact same. Cool. Are there other reasons to use other buttons when you're challenging in scrambles? Like, do you ever challenge with this? I guess you can use this to hit backdashes.
I either in scrambles, I'm either the jab or the heavy punch.
Okay.
I default to those two because they have either I catch this as an anti-air or really quickly, or
Yeah.
I catch you backing out like that, or whiffing as I just caught you right now,
Cool.
right?
Anything
this-
else? Go ahead.
This kick, it's particularly good if you wanna like stall things.
Because
Yeah.
it's just long. That's cool.
It has like an extended it has as much hit stun as anything else, but I feel like it looks weird and it tricks people visually.
Yeah, it
It's
also
what-
I find that it hits above him a little bit better than this button. Which
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
which
Things to mention.
Go ahead.
Like for example, if we are already finishing with Ultron, is things like in the box.
no, I mean I've got I wanted to talk briefly about pressure and then about combos. So that's cool.
Okay, then let's continue.
Yeah.
With you.
No, we're mostly done with that section. So pressure, you mentioned that you really like jab theorists, right? In terms of pressure, your go-to is you just do jab into fierce, and the idea is that if they push block, you can just do that and tag off of it.
That or you fly on fly.
Right, fly and fly is
If
super good.
I don't want to tag, I usually
Right. I wanted to mention briefly that fly on fly is broken. Off of this, this is
my
nice. PC. If you block this and then challenge it, it's almost unchallengeable. And if you push block it, I'm just unflying, so there's very little you can do.
Like if I know they're gonna push block, I literally just
Yeah,
go
you just
fly.
dash. Yeah.
But if they don't push block, I don't run the risk of like trying to hit them because it just looks scary. It looks like they have a plan in mind.
Yeah.
So just on fly again, and I'm like whatever they PC. There
PC,
you go.
yeah.
Whatever they do, I just back out. Because
Right.
Since it's so easy in this game, also like it's so easy to just go ham because you have the dynamic ability of just tag and keep your pressure.
Right.
It's so easy to overextend. Like
That makes
one of
sense.
the problems of people trying to enter this game or people that are lower level of playing, it's like they overextend a lot. And when they don't have pressure, they want to go in and they do bad tags, and now both characters are on screen and they get happy birthday
Right.
quite often.
Ultron actually has really good happy birthdays, which we should talk about eventually, but not right now.
Yes.
So one of the things that I tried to do is I tried to pressure all of my combos so that, oh my gosh, I had people banning. I I tried to pressure my combos so that I could confirm off of that. So I can blindly, if I'm not paying attention and they're blocking, I can dash in with a button, which, zero pressure. PC. That works, I swear.
That works.
Yeah,
That's very
it's super hard. It's super hard. But I'm just gonna say PC and do the stream stuff. You can do a lot of stuff off of. Maybe I wanted to do whatever. You can do a lot of stuff off of fly that's still combos. So the brain dead setup that people do for loops is that, right? And you can just do that off of fierce fly. If you're not bad.
Never seen that. Oh, come on. Like that?
Yeah. If you fly, dash up, dash down, then you can just go straight into loops. Yeah. And then you do whatever you want off of that. So he's got a lot of options off the fly that lead into combos. Is what I'm trying to say with that. And if you want to, then you can just confirm really easily. And if you do that correctly with the other DP, then you get loops. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. Point is, go ahead.
Yes, one of the things, a lot of characters, like for example, Iron Man struggles doing that. Like
Iron Man struggles doing that. I find that difficult to believe.
yeah, because his launcher, it's like I think it's again. It used to be in the Marvel game, in the older Marvel games, completely 90 degrees. I think right now it's 95
Oh,
degrees.
you're saying off the OTG. There's weirdness with Iron Man.
Right?
Yeah.
Like he's usually that happens to Iron Man.
That makes
right?
sense. Yeah.
So like for him not to move, there you go.
Yeah,
So
that's
like
cool.
in the corner, this is special property, especially when you try to OTG them. See, I get pushback, right?
Right.
Like you can't do that in the mid screen. I can do that. Like I can definitely do that. I think.
Well,
Like,
that's OTGs are silly. I'm just gonna say that. OTGs
yeah, I
are
can do
silly.
that. But in the corner, as you can see, like very few people realize that when you're in the corner, you get pushed back yourself. So like,
Right.
if I'm usually in the corner, I either confirm with jab into launcher, or if I want to get more damage, that.
Does light kick and launcher not work in the corner?
Yeah, it works, but again, it just pushes me back. And this is
that'd be-
faster, so like,
Okay.
this is what I'm trying to do. Usually is a sweep into a fly, you know?
Cool. So in terms of pressure sequences, the thing that I see like Beto do a lot is he'll do like this and then do it again to try to catch a push block, or this and then stagger go in. Are there any other sequences? And then you mentioned Jeb Fierce being super good on push block. You mentioned this whenever you think you can get away with it, or this into either that for the frame trap, this into this for the rebuy, this into this for the super cheeky rebuy. Are there any other sequences that you think are worth knowing or talking about? I guess other than fly.
Yes, like one last sequence that I started using, like for almost a long time. It's just
Oh, the
yeah,
stagger.
like that.
Yeah.
So there's double frame traps in there, right?
Right.
So like
Right.
there's a stagger from this kick. The kick also beats push block because it pushes itself. So like it's
Right.
gonna reach. It's gonna reach at point blank, right?
Right. Right. And
And,
then you can tag.
If
You
they're
can
not
space.
careful, they can get sucked in. But if I want to be more consistent, I usually like that.
That makes sense. Yeah, and this is also unfair because we're sitting in training mode, and I have no reason to try to challenge you. You know, in a real game, I'm like, help, I'm being
Yeah.
mixed, so I'm going to do stupid things, and get hit a lot more like that. Cool. In terms of solo mix options, I think Ultron has very good solo mix when they're on the ground because you've got the try dash low, you've got try dash high, you've got this which can cross up at some spacings, which is dirty. Yeah. And all sorts of stuff.
You can also do side switch, right?
Right.
So like if you're close enough, no, you have to dumb lock.
Don't look.
Hold on, shit.
Okay. Oh yeah.
you can
He's got those. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like let's say, let me give you space stone.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So let's say you have put me in the box,
Okay.
right? And usually I would be able to hit you like that, right? And I
Yeah.
don't have anything else, right?
Uh-huh.
But if I hit you close enough,
Right, and you can just do box combos and pressure, and
Yeah.
I'm stuck in the box forever
Just
because
keep
you've got
there.
the.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
one of
jab.
my favorite setups is doing that. Like, if
Oh,
put me in the
that's-
box again, like
That's
show
super
it
cool.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, put me in the box. So like if I manage to get the hit, if I manage to get the hit, I side switch. Oh, PC.
PC, yeah.
After that kick, I fly.
Uh-huh.
I fly, and I let you roll, and I do one hit into dash
Yeah.
into the kick, right?
Mhm.
So like if you block it, I just receive you with jabs and
Right.
waste your box. But if you get hit from that sequence, yeah, I just get the combo again, and
Right.
I can just keep going.
Cool.
So
No,
like
that's
he's one of the few characters that can put himself in the corner, and he still has a chance to like make it his box.
right. That's super good, yeah. Um,
Like that's just about awareness.
cool. Other cool pressure options?
Pressure options.
Or mix options, pressure or mix.
Yes. If you have the box,
Mhm.
don't block.
Don't block.
There's a like usually his level 3
Uh-huh.
sends him flying, but if you do regular level 3 where your storm is out, while the box is out specifically,
They don't move, do they?
if I'm correct, yes, I end up in front of you.
That's super
Yes.
good. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's like quirky, and you're just close enough to call one drone and receive them.
That's good. I mean, can you be super cheeky? I'll figure that out on my own. No, I won't. Do you drone into level 3?
Come on.
Uh, I'll just do it.
Do you drone?
I'm just curious where the timing works out. Just do a drone and then immediately level 3. And then if the drone came out, which I'm
So,
sure
like,
it
I
did.
have enough time to call Leroy, I think.
Oh, no, I mean before. Here.
What do you mean?
Hang on. I have box.
Oh, like for the drone to hit me before it.
No, I
Before
don't
the-
want the drone to hit before. I'm curious where.
Oh no,
where-
no, you're kind of in a cutscene that won't hit you.
Yeah.
Nothing can hit you.
I very aware, very aware. I just wanted to see what it looked like.
Okay, no problem.
Cool. Okay. In terms of mix with your partner, I guess we already sort of exhaustively went over this because this sucks them in. It's super broken. The fact that you can set up like that as a cross up is super annoying. And you've had a bunch of other things. Does he have any other cool mix with his partner other than I guess super tagging and flying at bad people?
Let's see another cool mix-up.
I mean,
No, I think I've, like,
it's totally
I have
okay
a
if that just covers it. Yeah.
yeah, it just covers. Yeah.
Okay. I want to just super briefly run through combo stuff. He's got a very good knockdown kit. This is his only sliding knockdown, if that hits grounded. But the fact that it causes sliding means that you've got a lot of time. If you accidentally hit a guy grounded with that, you can just dash up an OTG, almost full screen.
It has a special property too. Like for example, if in the corner, I still get pushed, right? But
yeah.
if I do the heavy one, I stay point blank.
Weird.
Mhm.
I think it causes
So
a different knockdown too, but
Yeah, you can get a combo from here. So like if you can read that the Tiger Rush is gonna punish something, you can get the combo from there.
you know the move name? I'm so proud of you. I don't know the
I'm
move
sorry?
name. You know the move name.
Oh no, that's me naming it.
Okay,
It's definitely not Tiger Rush. Just what I hear him when he says, whenever he doesn't laugh and actually yells out a move name, he says Tiger Rush.
Okay.
There you go. I hear Tiger Rush, so like
Cool.
yeah.
And then he's got that's normal.
I usually rename my characters, move them. Like I told you, this is Leroy.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is the Jenkins, Thunderdome,
Yeah.
and
So this is just wall bounce. It also causes OTG if in some reason this is both wall bounce and OTG. So wall bounce is, and then you can OTG if you're not terrible. One useful thing that you can do, which nobody ever does, is if you pick up without using OTG, you can do that. If you don't with the fierce like a dumbbell.
usually I use that. Like if I haven't, I abuse the fact that I'm gonna get pushed away.
And you're just super lazy. Yeah. But the point is
Like
that it's relatively easy to convert off that.
Yeah.
And then the other thing which we've been sort of talking around is.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he's got cool mid-screen loops that don't use anything, which I'm terrible at. But that enables you to get from one side of the screen to the other. It's a really long combo, as Tayson mentioned, which stalls for time, but it also doesn't use any resources. So you can always combo into a level 3 or a ground bounce or whatever you want at the end of that, which
Exactly,
is...
like you still have your options. That's probably one of the ways that he has to like avoid uh wasting his ground bounce early. Like if you're in a 1v1 and you need a max damage combo,
Yeah.
I actually pulled that off during Xy's set that
Cool.
where I had him at mid life and
Yeah.
I needed like max damage and optimal resource meter build
Ah.
to like get the level 3 and get the kill. And he was like, "Nah, that's not gonna kill. That's not."
Yeah.
Oh, first he was saying like, "Oh, he's not gonna be able to build the bar. He's not gonna be able to build the bar." And then I barely did, and I was able to like get the kill as well.
Yeah, yeah, and then he's also got I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
another thing
Go
to
ahead.
note is like, at high level, if players know openings during combo, they're at high levels. Excuse me.
When
Let me
people know when to
rephrase.
counter switch.
Yes, people know when to counter switch, right? So like, let's say I'm doing a combo, and usually my brain dead BMB is to like, no, not
Okay,
there,
not there.
not there. Usually my brain dead BMB from here, and I go the Thunderdome, right? So
Right.
while Gamora is doing the DP, and I'm going Thunderdome to receive them down there, I'm completely wide open, right?
Right.
So like those are the things that you gotta think that yes, you thought yourself that you are trying to build meter, but you have to be aware you're leaving yourself open. Like if they know how to counter switch on you, right?
Right.
So when I know they're gonna counter switch, I don't go for those type of combo because that DP also leaves you open. Taeko has been able to punish me on the way up.
Right. Right.
Right.
Right.
So,
You have to
if
counter switch beforehand, but yeah.
yeah, no, you can get around it by doing combos like yeah, just stay yourself neutral, nothing happens. But like
Right.
if they're expecting the DP or the Thunderdome, I usually PC. Usually I receive them with the partner coming down with a kick,
Well, you
so
can
they
just
counter switch.
you can
So
just
they
throw
counter
that counter
switch.
switch.
Yeah, and then they're already in my pressure.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use since Gamora is out there, I'm not gonna go for a pressure that might get a combo. Like if I get a combo, it's nice. But my objective while Gamora is out there, is to stall
That makes sense.
and like that.
Right.
You see, like he can like cheekily reset his turn because there's a lot of things going on. The opponent probably won't be like as aware. So like, and you can build your partner time to escape.
Right.
And then you just pressure away.
So you're setting up a situation where you can't be punished, you can't be happy birthdayed, and
Yes.
it's still your turn.
One of my favorite combos that is like impossible to like be counter top is like this.
Oh my gosh,
You
because
see?
the drones are there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
That's-
like if usually they expect I made it up that way so like because they expected me to like do one drone into things. So like what they usually try to counter Taekwondo started counter switching right as the drone is about to hit him. That way it hits his partner, the hitbox is over, and I'm wide open while charging the Thorn drone.
Right.
So
and
what
you
I
just-
did is throw the two drones, and then like that, right?
That makes sense.
So like if he manages to counter switch at the wrong time where I have enough time to like see, I usually go low, right? So like it's very dangerous for anybody to like counter switch on that setup.
Cool. Hello, Mr. Joe. Yeah. So in terms of converting, he's got that is a super easy way to just if you're above them, and it doesn't work at all if you're below them, but if you're above them, it will always turn an air combo into a situation that you can manage, and because he's so fast, you can
And
also
if there's
Go ahead.
it's on would provide and you just want like let's say like it was a scramble and you're like oh my god like my combo what's happening, and you just want a moment to breathe, you can do heavy Tiger Rush and you have all that time to relax as you go down.
Yeah.
Like okay, it's my combo.
And
It's
it
my
also
combo.
it sets up perfect spacing for those. Like it's super easy to do any sort of loop off of that if you're willing to use ground bounce. It's just a brain dead setup. It's very easy. The other thing is that because
This part is like, and this part is like, hold on. PC.
PC, yeah.
Oh, PC. PC.
What are you trying to do?
Oh,
Oh, those, yeah. You're so much better at those than me.
right. But yeah, like if you haven't wasted it, you can do a Tiger Rush from there,
Yeah,
and just still do the ground bounce without complicating yourself with anything.
right.
Like
Um,
also like if you wanna like do if you're starting to learn Ultron, I
mhm.
always recommend like don't from here. You don't have to like be super good and get the dash down and
Oh no,
punch.
you can do
You can literally just punch from there
well
and
the
do Tiger Rush.
light kick is way easier.
Huh?
Light kick. Hang on, me. Um,
Let me try.
the
Wait.
like that's just
Oh
brain dead.
no, that's even easier. Even
Okay.
easier. Oh,
PC.
I'm trying.
PC.
Hold on.
Here.
Oh, I swear to God, the timer is really weird.
Yeah,
There.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
like if you're starting, if you wanna like learn Ultron and you want like just to like try to get used to like his options, I recommend to do that.
Yeah.
To always do that and just do like a simple combo like that. Yeah, for your partner, it
Yep.
does amount like a high damage and it's just like really easy.
So
Like you don't have to complicate.
if the other person is super jumping, I think probably, and feel free to tell me that I'm super wrong about this, but if you're like in the air, and you're trying to convert, so let's say you're in the air, just jab fierce fly is super good, and usually works.
Yes.
Sometimes you may need to dash if they're at a weird height. You may need to jab fierce, dash fierce fly. Yeah, and then once you're there, you can again Tiger Rush and Tiger Rush, which that's the name. It's the official name.
You're using the name.
Then everything flows super easily from there. Cool. So that's converting. I guess the other thing is if you're converting, anything that leaves them airborne is super easy to go into loops. So if you get a stray hit and they're in the air and you're paying attention, then you can get to loops. And if you want to
And
be
usually, like you're juggling them, you can visually see if you need this last kick to get the juggle. Like,
right,
yeah,
yeah.
like that
Yeah.
last kick pushes them just around the right height for you like keep doing those loops.
Right.
But if you don't need it, I sometimes the kick actually like puts them in the range where the DP actually hits. So like you have to like be aware by the time you hit your jab and your heavy punch. Oh, is he the right height? Then do DP. Oh, he's not in the right hit. Then kick and you do DP.
Cool.
Like, yeah. But it's usually you're able to tell pretty early.
So I think we went over everything in my converting section. Sorry, I'm trying to juggle windows so I can see the outline. In terms of solo enders, the max optimal thing is you do this into that and it OTGs because you're not bad. I don't think you can do that with Easy Hyper on. I think Easy Hyper fucks up that dash because of reasons.
Really?
Yeah, because you have to dash and press the roundhouse at about the same time. Yeah, and then
That's
you have
funny.
to you dash a little bit before you do the Thunderdome. You're much better than me.
Yeah, I know. It's just I'm not getting the dash.
Yeah. And that's super optimal for a bunch of reasons. Because yeah, you can do that. You can get double Thunderdome with a partner if you're early enough, just no matter what, because you have tag. The Thunderdome gives you enough time that you can pop Storm and then level 3, or you can level 3, or you can short hop Roundhouse and then do whatever you want. So I think that's, if you're going for max damage, I think that's the optimal ender. If you're going for Oki, this into, I mean, you can either do the Tayson and then off the second one you do that, or you can do stuff as mentioned earlier. I prefer, I'm just going to keep saying PC. Oh my gosh, I can't cancel things into other things. There we go. I think that is super good.
I just I would try to use it, see like what are the combat benefits to do after the beam. But I just don't like that if usually people roll while crouching, so
Well, if they roll while crouching, you just cover it with buttons because Ultron has
cover it with
recovered.
buttons. Okay. I will try it to see like
Because
how.
if they're crouching, right, they're crouching while you're doing that, you know, and then they, I don't know. I think it's cool. If you want to do other things, you can do other things. The other one is that if they're airborne, that light kick fly is just completely uninterruptible at normal hit stun levels.
Oh, he can do cheeky things like if you
Yeah.
And then the last one, you just you fake it and you go low.
Right, right. And at any point during this,
Like
yeah,
that.
you can go low, you can unfly for extra
Hmm.
stuff, you can do whatever. So those are the enders that I think are cool. Something that you do sometimes is you will um, do that, and if they down tech, you can do whatever you want. It's terrible against up
That
tech.
one's risky. Like
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
told to use it because especially in a Power Stone matchup,
yeah.
yeah, I would never try to goes for those reasons. That's why I invented the one where I just fly in their face and I go like that. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But if you do want to get cheeky, you can do that. And then we mentioned that loops exist. Loops are basically oh my god, I have zero execution. Loops are basically you just get them in the air, and then if they're kind of high, then you don't get the bounce off that, off the DP. You don't get the wall bounce off the DP, so you can just sort of loop it indefinitely. And then in the corner you can do, as mentioned, because he comes down so freaking fast, you can bounce them up and down using the jump heavy kick and then a fast button. There's combos that exist that you can do that higher in the air. The super brain dead one, Tyson just showed you, is and you can do that a bunch.
And especially another thing like because the best setup is the thing that we talked about, where we do the double DP into the drone. Like,
Yeah,
you right?
yeah,
Right. Because of the mechanic where if they're being juggled and the tag hits, that usually wall bouncer, right?
uh-huh.
Uh, so you can set up your like if
Oh, yeah,
Ultron
yeah, yeah. It consumes the wall
like
bounce, so it's easier to
it
set it up.
consumes
You
the
don't have
wall
to do.
bounce
Yeah,
quickly. So like let's say Ultron is damaged and you just need him to do that setup and get out really quickly. You can do that. Like you can do like your partner can do a long combo, very long combo while he's healing, and you can just do that.
cool.
He'll do the setup
Yep.
and then he'll get out really quickly. You see?
Yeah,
And just as fast as he came in to do what he needed to do, he's out and he keeps healing.
cool.
Right?
So we talked about team enders. Let's talk very briefly about where to place Ultron and tag combos. Ultron is better than your partner at doing stuff in the middle of combos. So I think that if you can tag into Ultron, Gamora might be the exception, but otherwise, I think Ultron is
Yes.
probably better theoretically at extending combos in the middle
Yes,
than the other
because
person.
like, usually, whatever hit, it gives them enough time to like do a Thunderdome,
Yeah,
and then you can just go back into your partner.
and then he's also pretty okay at the end of combos. This stops working at like 66,
Yes.
which is
There
stupid.
are setups where you can do that, and then they roll out halfway as you're both going up in the air,
Yeah.
and then the spike, that spike will hit him as a meaty, but it's um, let's just say that I find it really hard to set up super consistently.
Yeah, that sounds
Actually
unsafe too.
Yeah.
Like that sounds.
But if I feel, I've only like it's hard to describe, but it's like a feeling where I know it will work, and I cannot like repeat it like consistently. It's just like
Yeah.
let's like it's just a feeling that I know it will work. I will go for it.
Right. And then
Yeah.
in terms of team enders, the one that I like to do,
Yeah,
you do something like that. Thunderdome sets stuff up, and then you do whatever you want with your partner.
exactly.
And there's other ways you can get the same idea, but the idea is that you do button Thunderdome. You use a tag to make a combo. Your partner does some garbage, and your partner finishes the combo. And that seems optimal. Cool. So I have a couple of Rainbows questions that aren't in the outline. I suck with box, and I would like to be able to beat Mr. Wolf.
Yes.
How do I open him up when I'm solo Ultron and he is in box pressing Power Stone like a jackass?
Like if he's pressing Power Stone like a jackass, and you have
So
him there,
I know that I can theoretically whiff punish it. Like if he's being super
like,
dumb.
let's give you Power Stone.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So I know that if I can make him whiff it, right, then I can just punish him.
Like if oh hold on. Like
PC.
if I'm close enough, almost no character can escape the like do Power Stone.
Yeah.
you can
No,
do-
I'm aware that if I whiff it, but pretend that
If he's like just spamming it,
Uh-huh.
you can literally just fly above him
Okay.
like that.
So-
And
so
like
you-
eventually fear sets in. Like I'm telling you,
Yeah.
a lot of my playstyle comes in how much fear I can instill in you. So like if I'm flying like there and I see it,
Yeah.
I can just stall it until you're afraid and you press it. Cause like you can do like go down, like saying like you make it look like you're gonna dash down and you go down, down, up, down, up.
Well,
And,
you
like,
can
you're gonna do it, yeah.
if you wanted to be really rude. This is a complete tangent. Let me wait until I'm no longer boxed. He because he is an unfly character, he can stop dashes, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can. That's one of my things when they're in the box. Exactly. So like they're blocking and they're jumping, and I go.
Right.
If I can cancel my fly, like
Ah,
that,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
I do it.
But you can also do that in mix too. This is a thing that
Yeah, you can.
he has, and you're gonna tell me this is stupid, but if I have execution, which I don't, you can do that, which again, it actually hits people. If you do the timing right, you can dash down, unfly, and then press light kick, and then
Like that?
it comes out at a really weird timing.
Like that.
Yeah. Oh well, dash before the unfly.
What do you mean?
Oh my god, zero execution.
Dash down and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
fly. What's
If you
the
dash
point?
down and then unfly, and you do it at exactly the right timing, you can just barely get a light kick before the thing. So you dash down, you stop moving, and then at the timing where they would normally fuzzy, you can catch them.
Okay. I wouldn't go for something like that. It's just too.
Yeah. No, I get you. Okay, that's totally cool.
I do. If you are like,
You do
there's a
simple
lot of
stuff.
players that are more dexterous than I am. I'm just not a dexterous player.
There you
for
go.
that
That's it.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm streaming. I'm not paying attention. That's my excuse. I only do combos on Twitter, and your excuse is
problem.
PC. So we're both safe. Nobody can criticize us. You hear that, Bane Hollow? What are my other super magical questions? Oh yeah. Can we talk very briefly about stopping jumps?
I'm stopping what?
Stopping jumps. There's definitely, so I know that I can stagger my pressure such that if I do that at the right timing and they're trying to up back in between, I can catch it. But one of the problems
Yes.
that I have is I will frequently catch somebody when they're jumping and then they'll start blocking in the air. And then I feel like it's really difficult to make them fall. Am I just being dumb and I just need to leave bigger gaps?
You like that?
Okay, so just leave bigger gaps. Got it.
Yes.
Amazing. Problem has been solved. Cool. So I guess the other.
And usually when you start your pressure on the ground, try to dash in. So like the
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you start beating the push block always. Yes.
Gotcha. Execution. Oh my god. Zero execution. Cool. So the other section, and I guess we can probably skip over this because I think we've accidentally talked about most of this, is how you defend against Ultron.
How do you what?
Defend against Ultron.
How do you defend against Ultron? Usually, if you have a lot of projectiles, like for example, Dormammu is almost like an impossible matchup.
Dude, I think
Another almost impossible matchup is Spencer. So it's things that can cripple his ability to set up drones because he needs time, and it's hard for him to buy himself time. So he needs to like maneuver around to try to get himself into position. So like if you can tell where he's gonna be and like cut up his options, he's really crippled in the sense of stacking. And then he'll have to fight in a Magneto way, which doesn't necessarily benefit him because he's not as fast as you would expect a Magneto, quote unquote, Magneto function to be. Right?
so.
He can be fast, but he's not as threatening because the thing about Magneto in Marvel 3 is just when he tri-dashes, he can do the exact same thing as Magneto with the tri-dash slide, right? But Magneto, when he tri-dashes, he can also do that heavy punch that really extends forward. Ultron doesn't extend forward that much. It's kinda good. It can cross up, but Magneto can catch from much farther distances.
Right. Also, Mag Blast is totally different from Drone. But
Yes, exacto. He can also he can recreate that Mag Blast
Kind of.
with that with a drone, right?
Yeah.
But as we stated, like he needs time for that to happen.
Cool. X is also a bad matchup there, right?
Yes, exactly. So
Okay, cool. Um,
except it's broken.
the other one, God, what was the other one? Oh, Hawkeye. Hawkeye feels really, really, really difficult.
Hawkeye, it's you can beat him if you have Space Stone, and you can just if you read his arrows, you can just start pulling him in. That's one of the
Right.
ways he can beat Hawkeye. Also, if you throw a drone and he's throwing arrows on the way down, Leroy can tank an arrow for you. I've been able to throw drone, Leroy tanks the arrow, and I just keep dashing towards Hawkeye.
That makes sense. So you're saying you use space to both tank arrows and move them around, and then you use drones to put garbage in front of you so that you can advance.
Exactly.
Cool.
And and Leroy can tank an arrow for you.
Okay, secure defending against Ultron. I don't want people to do that. Are you working on any cool tech? I guess we accidentally
I'm
talked about
actually
this.
working in the combo that you posted. I've been
Yeah.
trying to work my best to make it my BMB because not only does it builds ridiculous damage,
Yeah.
it also builds ridiculous meter, and I'm trying to make it in a way so like I still don't have a flowchart to it because it's pretty new. I'm still just focusing on trying to land it right. So
God.
once that part is over, I'm gonna work on integrating, giving it a flowchart, right?
Right.
So like that's what I'm working on right now, like making this combo part of my game plan
Yeah.
without having to think about it.
Well, the version that may be, and again, this is I0 execution right now. Literally 0 execution right now. You can do it without the sweep.
You want what?
I think you can do it without the sweep. If memory serves correctly, you can do.
What sweep?
Oh my god. Of course.
Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah, you can do it without the sweep, but then you turn it again into a character dependent combo, right? The way I'm
I don't
trying
think
to
so.
do it.
I think.
Yeah, the way I'm just trying to streamline it.
No.
like,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that it's not character dependent. You just do the FTP. But whatever. We can have this conversation on Twitter later when I have execution, and not when I'm trying to record it. Cool. Anything else at all about Ultron, or do you want to teach me how to play Gamora? That was
there. Like I'm working on trying to like get that consistent.
Okay.
So like anything about Ultron? Let's see.
Oh yeah, he's got really cheeky resets with that. If you don't fuck up.
Yes. I usually don't
Yeah.
use it, but it's really good. It's really good. And like I said, my team can do something like that.
Right, and because again,
Or just do an overhead.
as mentioned, this leaves them standing, which means that your team probably, if you really wanted to optimize it, I imagine that you could do a hard to blockable off that, right?
Yeah, I can do.
Because you can just instantly tag Gamora,
Let me
and then maybe you don't have tag cooldown, but the point is that some teams theoretically should be able to get a hard to blockable off of that. You're gonna have to do a short hop thing with Gamora to extend, I think.
Oh, she's not.
Oh
she's
no,
not
yeah.
tall.
I was thinking that you could just do just that, but
Yeah, that's one of my most like for example, como se dice, like if I do that, I usually activate the box,
right.
and it's a side like both sides attack. Oh,
Cool.
how do I reset this?
Start and then you. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it again.
No, but the point that I was trying to make is that I'm pretty sure that you can, if you tag immediately off of the command grab, because the tag will catch them standing, you can do a jump thing with Gamora and a long magic series, and that should give you a hard to blockable. I swear.
Yeah, I guess that actually works, but I wouldn't like it. It's because like if they have an invincible super, both characters are like
Right.
are super exposed.
Well,
That's why I said that I do it as a side.
Right.
Like as a side quit?
In box 2, yeah.
Yeah, like because like if you have an invincible super, only Ultron would get hurt, right?
Right.
Like Gamora wouldn't.
Cool.
Like usually if I go for como se dice, a hard to blockable, I try to make it safe like that, you know?
That makes sense. Okay. So I'm going to very briefly unstream in the stream. Hang on.